All right, y'all. So, hey, what's the deal? It's your boy Don G, and this is the Coliseum Sports Show where I call him as I see him. And today, it's a very good Wednesday. You dig me? I just wanted to go ahead and tap in and make a video. Hey, eventually, somebody gonna be watching these videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any views right now. I'm just making a bunch of shorts, but eventually, somebody's gonna be watching my videos. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just make some content for the people. You dig me? So let's just review what's going on in sports today. And yeah, let's just talk about it, speak about it. Give me your comments, your thoughts, all of that stuff, good stuff. You dig me? So I know one thing, that did catch my eye last week, or was it the week before? But I believe it was last week when Steve Smith, Steve Smith got into it with Jerry Judy, and he wasn't wrong, man. I mean, Jerry Judy hasn't done anything in my eyes to really cement that he's like a worth that number one pick or the first round pick that he is. You know what I'm saying? So we've all been waiting for him to really flash, and not just Jerry Judy people here and now and then, have 50-yard game here and now and then. But yeah, he was upset with what Steve Smith had to say, which he is just another guy. And I think he tried to apologize to him because he saw he was upset, but Jerry Judy didn't want to talk to him, or he wanted to, get a little ignorant with him, what I'm saying, dance on the sidelines, going in the background while Steve Smith's having his interview, or, commentating, and kind of like, show out a little bit, which in my opinion, if you got a problem with a man, talk to him like a man, you know what I'm saying? Confront him, let him know how you feel. You guys can exchange. There's a way of exchanging thoughts without it having to be physical or go to that next level that it doesn't need to go to. You know what I'm saying? So he could have definitely spoke with him about it. It seemed like Steve Smith was trying to talk to him, but Jerry Judy, he wasn't trying to hear. He was trying to turn up on him and tell him that, you know what I'm saying, I don't like you, I don't F with you, you know what I'm saying, and was acting like Steve Smith didn't know what he talking about, which Steve Smith is one of the baddest wide receivers I ever seen lace him up. Matter of fact, he's the reason why I wanted to be a wide receiver when I first started playing football. When I was looking for a position that might fit me and my skill set, when I first started watching football, one of the first players I actually saw and I enjoyed was Steve Smith. Dog, he was dogging boys, even until his later ages when he joined the Ravens, dogging people. He like 5'9", 5'10", stiff arming people to hell. You know what I'm saying? Straight through the earth. You know what I'm saying? So baptizing boys. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, mossing you, running around you, running through you. That's what kind of player Steve Smith is. You feel me? And so yeah. And what did Jerry Judy do after he was showing out and turning up after him, acting like he didn't want to give him the time of day to speak to him? And he laid another egg. He let his team down. He didn't show up again. You know what I'm saying? I think he had matter of fact, we can go and look at that. Honestly, we can look into it. Let's see here. What did he do? Because they lost 8-19 to Kansas City, and man, it was terrible. Let's see here. Sean Payton too, man. It's bad to see what's going on in Denver land, man. So many people thought they were going to be this and that, and they're just struggling, man. So yeah, Jerry Judy had 3 catches for 14 yards. That boy was terrible. He's playing like a jag, and what's a jag? Just another guy. Man. It wasn't even that difficult of a game. I don't even see Kansas City defense as being real like that. But yeah, he wasn't able to make a play, man. That's terrible. 14, 15 yards? Come on now. What you doing, Jerry? That's a dead body. But yeah, let's see here. The NFL. Let's just go over some other things in the NFL. Oh, by the way, Hardman got traded back to the Chiefs. He was barely even getting any shine with the Jets. I actually had him in fantasy the first 2 weeks. I'm like, dang, he ain't getting no targets, bro. Like, if he did, I think week 3 he got 1 target finally, and they were like, okay, looking up for him. I'm like, all right, maybe, but he wasn't getting no love. They can't find that man. You know what I'm saying? In other news, it's Kyler Murray is able to participate in team activities now. I think he was on an IR, and so now he's eligible to start working back with the team. Question is, and what do you guys think about this? Should they allow him to come back and play and try to compete for the playoffs, or should they continue to stick with the formula that they have now? And it seems like they have some cohesiveness with Dobbs, and allow him to keep the reins. Because, before this season, they were all kind of in unison saying that, or reports coming out that they didn't really like Kyler Murray. I don't know. It looks like Kyler Murray was having a hard time out there in Phoenix land. You know what I'm saying? Arizona land. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think maybe you might want to just go ahead and thug it out. And if you want to get a quarterback in the draft, depending on who's coming out, I mean, they got some bona fide throwers that are football, man. And the way that these quarterbacks are coming out and having success after, because it's talent too. So I don't just want to say, don't look at the talent, but I'll look at these quarterbacks that come from these teams in college that did not have great wide receivers or great coordinators and great offenses, and they had to work with what they had for like 4 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And like the dude at Notre Dame, he didn't have the best talent coming out of Wake Forest, and I believe he transferred over to Notre Dame, and now he's having a good year. He should be a very good NFL quarterback. That experience plus that talent, that's what you kind of need to look for. Even Patrick Mahomes, I believe he wasn't just like a year or so. I believe he did like 4 years, and then when he went to the league, he sat again behind a good quarterback in Alex Smith. And he got to learn and then execute. All he had to do is add on to what Alex Smith was doing. So, yeah, I think that's the new wave. It's not just talent anymore. Look at what the body of work that these quarterbacks are putting in and evaluate them that way before you want to draft them. Look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, he had them years at Iowa State, and he didn't just want to go to any school. He wanted to get that experience, get the tutelage, get a bigger belt, you know what I'm saying, and then go ahead and take his chances in the NFL. He might have been Mr. Irrelevant, but he's not playing like it. I'm not too big of a fan of him. I haven't seen anything too flashy myself, but what he can do is if he goes to the right system, he can execute it. He's smart enough and has experience to not just turn the ball over. He's a distributor of the football, and he's giving himself a chance to grow in the game. So, yeah, when you're looking at these quarterbacks, I think that's something very important to look into, or to how you should evaluate them before you just go ahead and be like, oh, somebody like a Trey Lance that needs so much work. Now, maybe if you just throw him in the fire, and this can't happen, it's not impossible. You just throw him in the fire and you let him learn like that. It can happen like that. Dak Prescott did that. I mean, he had more experience, which probably helped him a lot. And he had a historically great rookie year, and he's able to build on that. And I'm just looking for him to get better and take that final step to let everybody know, unless they just haters, and I understand, it's the Cowboys. But just wait for him to take that next step to be elite. I don't believe he's elite yet, but I believe he has a tool to become elite, and he needs to take that next step. And I think he can. But yeah, somebody like a Trey Lance, he has a lot of work that you need to put into him. He has a lot of growing to do. So maybe you shouldn't just look at these guys that have only a year or less or a couple years of experience before you just pick them. Moving on. All right, man, let's see here. And it also looks like Jalen Ramsey is about to return early. Let's see. I didn't even see that. Jalen Ramsey. So it looks like he returned to practice. Okay. Okay, so they opened up his 21-day practice window. So Jalen Ramsey has returned. He's limited right now. And it looks like he did tear it back in July 27th, so he's already back. I'd take my time. Your team does not necessarily need you right now. Take your time. Why rush back? They're winning. I wait until like if this is week 7, I wait till at least like week 10 to really think about stepping foot back on that field, what do you guys think? You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jalen Ramsey should just be in a rush just to like hop back on the field. I think that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? All these people want to rush back, and you're not even the same dude, bro. Like, you was already kind of getting cooked. I remember Jalen Ramsey wasn't that top corner like the way people try to portray him as. Like, he was there for like maybe a good year or two. Like the last year, this is the last 2 years. with Jacksonville, and a year maybe two with the Rams maybe. But he's not the guy that when he was coming out of Jacksonville, we're like, hey, he's the best we've seen since Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? He's the top dog, or since Daryl Reeves, or how you say his name? Reeves Island, whatever. Since him, because Daryl Reeves was nice too. Hey, we gotta put respect on that man's name. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we have some good matchups coming up this week for the NFL. Let's check them out. So Cleveland coming off of that big win. They're facing Indiana. Indiana's 3-3. Cleveland's 3-2. That's going to be a very interesting match. How will Gardner Minshew continue to grow, especially with Richardson scheduled to miss the rest of the season? Anthony, if you haven't heard, Anthony Richardson is due to have shoulder surgery. I'm sorry for messing up like that, but he's due to have shoulder surgery. Man, that is crazy. He's due to have shoulder surgery. That's going to be season ending. Okay. So how's Gardner Minshew going to do for the rest of the season? And I'm glad he has a chance because he did have Minshew mania back in Jacksonville before they drafted Trevor Lawrence. So let's see if he still have it. A lot of guys still like him and they swear by him that he's a gamer. He's a man's man and a player's player. You know what I'm saying? You got New England going against Buffalo. Is New England going to drop another game? Is Bill Belichick going to have another historical loss? Because he had a pretty bad loss against the Cowboys. And, man, I know you don't want to go through that again. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But the Buffalo Bills should win. Sorry, Bill. You're going to probably drop to 1-6, unfortunately. I think that's the worst start I've ever seen him have. Why didn't you bring back Cam? What's wrong with you? You let Cam go for this? I know he would have won more than one game this year. Why y'all disrespecting that man like that? I feel like there's a lot of disrespect going on, bro, just because there's too many followers. You don't want players to be followers, but these coaches and these owners are followers. There's nothing wrong with Cam Newton. He can win more than one game in the first quarter of the season. Come on now. He's more capable of that. He's at least able to rally or encourage his team to be better than that. It's crazy. Washington versus New York. That is the NFC East Division matchup. I expect Washington to win. New York, you're having some tough times right now. I like Tyrod Taylor. I'm glad that he got his opportunity because I feel like they've been playing with that man, acting like he ain't from Richmond or wherever that was, Bad News, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? He one of them Michael Vick products. You know what I'm saying? Where they were just pumping out athletes and talent. You know what I'm saying? Cold, bro. I love Tyrod Taylor, man. He got hurt, I think that was some kind of sabotage. He got poked with a needle in his lungs, messed up the man's whole career. Crazy. It's crazy, ain't it? Man. Okay. But yeah, shout out Tyrod Taylor, man. I believe he is capable of beating Washington, but that front is hellacious. And I believe Washington should win. All right, you got Detroit going against Baltimore. Whew, that's a great matchup. That's a really good matchup. Oh man. I don't want to give a prediction just yet. Let me just look a little bit more into that game. We ain't gonna get no prediction. We just talking about the games right now. But Detroit's doing very good. I'm happy for them. Do I think that they are just like top of the league? No. But I do think in the NFC they are arguably third or fourth best. Easily. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. They got respect. They got my respect. I'm not trying to walk on them. Shout out to the Detroit fans. It just is what it is. You got to keep showing me, baby. Like, I've seen it. Y'all don't look too exciting. Y'all just have a good line with Penei Sewell and company, and you're running the rock. If something were to happen to one of your running backs, it's a little iffy, but you've been figuring out how to win. And I'm not mad at that. If you keep figuring out how to win, Baltimore, y'all a little iffy too to me. Y'all ugly, but you figure out how to win. At 4-2. Detroit's 5-1, so that's going to be a very good matchup, and that's an early morning slate. I'm going to be tuned into that game. That's for sure. I'll be giving updates at the beginning, the middle, and the end of that game. Guarantee. I promise you that. We got Las Vegas versus Chicago. Chicago, that's very possible for them to get their second win. I believe Jimmy Garoppolo is hurt. That's a good chance for Chicago to pick up another win. Let's see what you got, baby. Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. That is a NFC South divisional game against two good teams. I'm not gonna say great, but two good teams. Let's see what Bijan Robinson can do. What Riddle was it? Ritter. What Ritter can do. I'm like, man, something like that. What Ritter can do. Baker Mayfield is still on a roll. I mean, he has his team in 3-2 in the first quarter of the season. You can't be mad at that. And he has a chance to go 4-2. That's damn good. You know what I'm saying? You'd be one of the best teams in the league, especially in the NFC. You're a threat. Pittsburgh versus the Los Angeles Rams. Man, Pittsburgh, I thought they were about to get wiped out the map. I didn't think they were going to be in this position. I didn't even know they were 3-2. I thought they were like maybe 2-3 or whatever like that. Maybe. And they're figuring out how to win. Hey, Mike Tomlin, that is a great coach. But as a Cowboy fan, they hated me to like that interview in the pivot. But it was such a great interview. You can see why men follow him. I love great leadership. I love great men because they're pillars of your community. They are the ones that can either turn an area or a group of men good or bad, depending on how they, you know what I'm saying, how they, man, what's the word I'm looking for? How they sway them or how they, you know what I'm saying, change their mind or whatever like that. Depending on what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? So Mike Tomlin, great coach, man. And I don't think he had a losing season, but I did remember him going 8-8 a lot. And I think this is another 8-8 year. I'm just saying how it is. They don't look that convincing to me. Kenny Pickett, baby hands, shout out to you. But I liked you in Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. I really liked you. But so I get on your little baby hands and stuff like that. Maybe that's catching up. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Because I like the Rams too, man. I like them. They're not that good, but you know, they can score with you. They can put up some numbers as far as like the passing, and the receivers are pretty good. Puka Nacua, what he coming on this year. I haven't heard much from him the last couple of weeks, but as far as first couple of weeks, he was definitely on the map. Matter of fact, I gotta look up the stats. What's going on. We will do that after I do this. And lastly, but not least, we have, actually not last, but we have Arizona versus Seattle. I believe Seattle should win that game. We're not even going to talk about that too much. Arizona's going to play you very tough. That's what they do. The only winners that they have is against the Cowboys, which we like to mess up games like that. The team that you say, man, that's a trap game, that's a real trap game, says we'll end up losing, doing stupid stuff and losing like that. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay versus Denver. Are you going to do it? Jerry Judy. You going to do it this time? You going to have more than 15 yards this time, huh? More than 20 yards? What you going to do, baby? What you going to do? Russell Wilson, you going to pull it out, dog? I mean, y'all got one dang win. Jordan Love. Y'all, the Green Bay Packers have fallen off. What the heck has happened? What? I thought that was going to be a little bit better than this, and we'll see. I believe Green Bay should win, but they are very easy. They could very easily lose to Denver. Denver could pick up their second win. We're going to see about that. Let's wait, see what the reports come out, and we'll keep an eye on it up until game day. How about that? That's what we'll do. We have the Los Angeles Chargers going against Kansas City. I believe that they play them very good. That's a tough game. I think that's a divisional game as well. That is going to be a good game. I will be tuned into that. That is their prime time, I believe. One of the two games at a 3:30 slot, 3:25 slot. I believe that's a prime game. Wow. So, yeah, I will be watching that game if I can, or at least keeping an eye on it, because I don't believe in Kansas City like that. I'm sorry. This Swift crap and everything. That has y'all forgetting how mediocre I think they're playing. They are 5-1, but I'm not impressed, bro. Are you impressed? Honestly, are you impressed with the Kansas City fans? Are you impressed with like how they're winning these games? I'm not really. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not really impressed. Miami versus Philadelphia, and that is prime time. All odds is going to be on this game. Wow. I have Miami winning this game. I want y'all to win. It's the hater moment. And I'll be right when my hater picks come in. I'm calling it right now. I ain't calling no other game really at all. But I'm going to call this one. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm glad to keep on now. But I'm telling you right now, I'm calling Miami for the football guys to bless me. Please bless me. Give me another one because I had a good Sunday last Sunday. My Cowboys won. Everybody else lost. Philadelphia lost. The Giants lost. I believe the Washington Redskins lost. I was high rolling, baby. You know what I'm saying? I feel great. So football guys bless me again. Please let Philadelphia go ahead and take that loss. You know what I'm talking about? Please. Please. Oh, yeah. And San Francisco lost. Please. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah, man. And all right. And for our Monday slate, we have San Francisco versus Minnesota. That should be good. You never know, man. Depending on who's coming back for San Francisco, Purdy looked real iffy without C-Mac and Big Debo. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a barn burner. You know what I'm talking about? That could be very good. So let's see how that works out with old Kirk Cousins against Brock Purdy without a lot. It could be a third of his weapons. Or is it a third, or is it 70 with only a third of his weapons? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. We have some very good slates, man. You know what I'm saying? We have some very good games slated for this week 7 in NFL football. And let's just go over the stats right now. So the offensive passing leaders is Tua Tagovailoa, followed by Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford. C.J. Stroud is up there, and I'm very proud of that man. The rushing is Christian McCaffrey. That should go down just because he's going to, I believe he's hurt. And even if he is not hurt and he's going to be slated for the next game, they could hold him out. Zach Moss, that man is running that ball. What's going to happen with Indiana with Jonathan Taylor coming back? Like, is Zach Moss going to continue to be their bell cow? I mean, he's having a great year. Taylor didn't have that good of a year last year, so are you going to keep using Zach Moss? I didn't watch the last game. How did that go? We might have to look into that and how they're using their running backs. But if so, they have 2 good to very good running backs. And I like that. And you want to know who's next? That boy Davon A-Chan. I don't know. But he's been bad since Texas A&M, and I'm on his side. I love that for running backs, man. He is toting that rock. How can you not like that, man? A-Chain, hey, man, you give hope for smaller dudes, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 5'10", 5'9" and a half. 5'10" on my greatest days. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first wake up, I'm 5'10" and a half or something like that. And when I compress and I go to sleep, I'm probably about like 5'9" and a half. I don't know. But yeah, A-Chain, I think he's like 5'8", you know what I'm saying? But moving that thing, you feel me? Same thing with DeAndre Swift, he's 5th on his list. He 5'10", 5'9", he's really 5'9". But they doing it for us. We can tote that rock. There's room for us, you know what I'm saying? I miss it, dog. I wish I could play right now. I'm toting that thing, you dig me? Receiving, and goodness gracious. Tyreek Hill is taken by storm. He was like 3rd by like the 3rd week. But they just continued to keep feeding him. Like, I think he's on pace to have like 2,600 yards, crazy numbers. Blowing Jerry Rice. We witnessing some stuff right now. You can't hate on Tyreek Hill. He's going crazy right now. And you know what's funny? I made fun of Tyreek Hill when he said, what's his name? Tua Tagovailoa was an accurate passer. It was like, because it was laughable. You could have laughed at that time because he's like, what's telling you this? He's playing terrible. You know what I'm saying? He got a coach fired. His coach wanted to bench him for somebody else. Like, what are you talking about? He is. And he's showing us, man. He has 814 yards right now. Tyreek Hill is going nuts. The next closest dude is like 200 yards beneath him, which is A.J. Brown, which they didn't give him too much cushion. Dude swole. I think they're scared to get beat up by that man all game. If you look at the way he catches the ball and where the defender is, they are off, and he's slow as hell. But they will not body this man. They're not going to, like, press him. They won't do it. Next is Stephon Diggs, followed by Puka Nacua. So, yeah, Puka Nacua is 4th on the list. He's falling off. He's not getting those same amount of yards like he was. They're quieting that down real fast. But because, like I said, he was tops. But Tyreek Hill is 300 yards or 200 and some odd yards more than him. 230 yards more than him right now. He was behind him a couple weeks ago. He's just, you know what I'm saying? DJ Moore having a good year too. Wow. Look at these interception leaders. We got Jordan Whitehead still with 3. So a lot of people aren't getting interceptions this year. Jordan Whitehead had those 3 receptions, I believe, on the opening night against Josh Allen. which I don't see him nowhere on this list. Thank God. I keep trying to tell y'all he's just all right. You know what I'm saying? He's just a big dude that people want to sell to the public. You know what I'm saying? The white shark, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, the most interceptions this year is 3, so we're not gonna go over that. The most somebody has is 3. They have Steven Nelson out of Houston. He has the most, or I don't know. But all these people are tied for 3. Like everybody that's on the list, Jesse Bates, Darius Williams, Geno Stone, all these people have 3 interceptions. Jordan White had 3 interceptions. So yeah, sack leaders, still Danielle Hunter. He's been leading the pack. But TJ Watt is tied with him. Those are 2 bad brothers. No lie. Khalil Mack, I believe he had one against Dak last night or the other night. Goodness gracious, our brother coming back with a vengeance. And Khalil Mack's a monster, bro. I think he's been hurt, so we haven't really heard too much of him, but he's a monster, bro. That's facts. Khalil Mack a monster, dog. Shout out to him. Let's see here. The leader in tacklers, though, is Zaire Franklin out of Indianapolis. You got TJ Edwards out of Chicago. Looks like Aluakon. Man, I messed up his name. I'm sorry, brother. I like to pride myself in saying my African names correctly, but I can't say your name. I think your name is Foye Sade out of Jacksonville. And then Roquan Smith and Ernest Jones. So, yeah, those are your leaders, man. Let's see here. All right, so we can do that too. Let's do team leaders as well, and we're just gonna do the top team. So the top offense as far as passing yards or total yards period is Miami, followed by Philadelphia and Detroit. Yeah, passing is Miami, Kansas City, and Minnesota. Rushing is Miami as well. Goodness gracious. Philadelphia and then San Francisco. That might look different in a week or 2, honestly. Defensive leaders is Cleveland Browns with the #1 defense. Overall, looks like as far as yards allowed, they only allow 200 a game. That is nuts. Followed by Baltimore and then San Francisco. But Cleveland is ahead by the next man by 60 yards. They're allowing 60 less yards. That is crazy. Sacks, Buffalo with 24, Baltimore with 24, Miami with 21. Miami is just going crazy. Turnovers is San Francisco, Jacksonville, and then Dallas. Wow. Crazy. All right, let's just go over the NFL standings as well. So for let me see here. We're going to go for the league. Or how they got the power rankings, okay? So they got Kansas City at #1, San Francisco at #2. That might look different in a week or 2, I'm telling you. I don't know why Kansas City is #1. That's disrespectful. Miami at 3, Philadelphia at 4, Detroit at 5, Baltimore at 6, Jacksonville at 7. That's disrespectful. Come on now. Buffalo Bills at, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At 8, Dallas at 9, Tampa Bay at 10. I sort of agree with this list just a little bit, but Jacksonville don't need to be up there. Kansas City should not be the #1 team. Stop it. Y'all are glazing. I hope y'all know what glazing means because that's what they're doing. They're glazing. They have no business being #1. I understand maybe they're like a fringe top 5 team. I'm sorry, bro. Patrick Mahomes, you're great. I'm not here to debate that. But come on, bro. Anyway, that's it for the NFL. Let's see. Let's just look up some other stuff. Let's look at some other stuff. Is there something going on with this? We have some very good divisional games coming up, or conference games coming up in college football. Some very good ones. So we have rivalry game in Penn State versus Ohio State. That's going to be very good. Number 3 in Ohio versus number 7 in Penn State. Wow, that's going to be very good. Very good game. I'm going to be tuned into that. USC versus Oklahoma. That's not very good. Let's see here. Oklahoma should wash the floor with them. I like the quarterback. That dude is dope, man. I don't know why they keep finding these great quarterbacks, and UT is struggling to find a great quarterback like that. We can't get quarterback, or we just don't like that kind of quarterback. Why don't we recruit the best out of Texas, or how come we can't get the best out of Texas? Or because even Quentin Ewers went to Ohio State first and then came back. Why can't we get the best out of Texas? What's going on with that? It's crazy, bro. I don't know, man. I don't like that. Let's see. Oregon versus Washington State. That's going to be good because Washington State is going to play very good. They're going to play good. They're 4-2. Oregon's 5-1. They're coming off their first loss, so they don't want to lose again. That should be a very good game. Alabama versus Tennessee. 6-1 versus 5-1. 11 versus 17. I like Tennessee and I like their quarterback. Let's see if they can go ahead and hang up those numbers on Alabama. If they get up and get ahead of them, Alabama's going to be in trouble. And I think they have the tools and they have the offense to be able to do so. Let's see here. Anything else interesting? Let's see. We got Duke versus Florida State. Wow. I'm not that convinced in Florida State. I know that they're supposed to be like world beaters or something like that. They really like number 5 on their defense, which he showed up. I was wondering why I keep seeing that clip of him coming up. We're not scared. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. I'm like, bro, who is this dude? I don't even know who he is. And then finally I saw him pop. So he kind of him. I saw him like throwing down passes and disrupting stuff. He's a player. I ain't mad at him. It is what it is. You got to call it how you see it. You feel me? I ain't no hater like that. Ooh, snap. Ooh. I'm trying to stop it from being able to do that. But anyway, I'm not a hater like that. I'm not a hater. I call it as I see it, y'all. So he's a player. I can't take nothing from him. We got USC versus Utah. 5-1 versus 6-1. That's going to be a very good game. So number 18 versus number 14. USC coming off their first loss. Utah's going to play you tough. Man, I like Utah in that game. I want Utah to beat them. I don't like USC. I'm gonna be real. Caleb Williams ain't been that dude for me. He's cool, you know what I'm saying? But, bruh, Utah, let's get it, man. Whatever happened to that quarterback, by the way? I forgot his name, but what happened to that quarterback? Ain't that kind of weird? Ain't that weird? Let's see here. But yeah, I think that's it for me for right now. As far as they go, let's see what else we got. Let's see. What's the top news here? Okay. So with the WNBA, it looks like New York did win the last game, so they were able to get the series to 2-1 and not let Las Vegas just go ahead on a 3-0 like run at them. Because if that would have happened, it's pretty much over. I'm sorry. So at least they're fighting right now. So right now they have a game, it looks like tonight at 7 p.m., Las Vegas versus New York. It's another important game. New York cannot drop to 3-1. It's pretty much a wrap still. You got to come back and try to tie it if you want a chance, New York. So, yeah. All right, so we got the Las Vegas Aces versus the New York Liberty. Let's go, women. You know what I'm saying? Put on a show for everybody. Let's get some highlights in there. Somebody dunk, god dang it. Dunk, do like rain threes, set the record, do something so we can all turn our faces at least to the highlights and do it that way. I might tune in on my ESPN Plus app. Let me see if I got it. And I'll try to show y'all some love for real. I'll actually try to catch a game. You feel me? All right. Man, shut up, man. What's up with this with the MLS dog? Man, I think we 0-2 against goddamn Rangers, bro. Oh man. Hold on, man. What's up with them, bro? Hold on, bro. We gotta talk about that, dog. Oh man. Yeah, bro. Oh man, we gotta win, dog. Yeah. So the Rangers beat are 2-0 in the series, man. What's going on? Where's Altuve? You feel me? What's going on, dog? You know what I'm saying? And they got some 21-year-old named Evan Carter, and he's shining, man. In October, my month of all months to be beating my team. This is Oktoberfest. This is the month of months. My month. You dig me? So come on, Houston. We got to get it, baby. We got to get it, baby. We got a game tonight? Yes, sir. We got a game tonight. So let me try to tune into that, or at least the end. I ain't going to watch the whole game. I'm going to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all handle business, dog. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Stros. You feel me? I don't care. I mean, I prefer y'all to win, but I'm not tripping if the Rangers win. You know what I'm saying? This is coming down. So who's going to go to the championship at the end of the day? And I would prefer the Astros, but I'm not tripping on the Rangers. So give me your thoughts. Who your favorite player? Give me a little bit more insight in baseball. Like, tell me who's really making it happen right now. I'm a fan, but I don't know the stats like that. I don't know what's really going on. I actually missed the first 2 games. I was trying to watch the last one, but I'm a truck driver. I work for FedEx right now. I just changed jobs literally yesterday. I just started my next job yesterday. So I'm kind of moving around a lot. I wasn't able to keep up with it. So tell me what's going on. Tell me who's really putting on a show. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, bro. We gotta figure out what's going on, dog. We gotta figure out what's going on. All right, y'all. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else is going on. I think that's about it. We got some preseason basketball going on right now, but like I said, I'm not really interested in it. I think Wembanyama is doing his thing. We're gonna look up. So let's check in with him. Let's just see what's going on. What's the overall? Man, Ja Morant. Let's talk about Ja Morant, man. He put out like a tweet talking about he has everything in the world, but he can't find happiness. I think that's because everybody's trying to change him, and honestly, he hasn't gotten in any trouble. And the only trouble that's happening is people are just trying to correct him before he even makes a mistake. But he hasn't made a mistake, so that can be very confusing to your mind when it's like, man, how come it seems like y'all are telling me that I'm this bad person? Y'all telling me I'm this mess up, but I haven't messed up. The only people that's punished me is you guys. Like, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I understand the conduct code and like for the league, but I haven't been arrested. I haven't been in jail. I haven't, hurt anybody. I play basketball. And he's young. I think he's like younger than 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still learning to who he is as an adult, as a young man. And so, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's very confusing when you're trying to still learn yourself and you're like, man, my behavior, like, what's so detrimental to it when I'm not hurting anybody? I'm still a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have everything in the world right now. I'm trying to enjoy it. And y'all are trying to change me so fast. Like right now, I didn't even ask for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to play basketball, have fun with my friends. Now you tell me I can't be. I had to cut off some of my friends. I did that for y'all. I was in the car and I so happened to flash a weapon. Where I'm from, we flash weapons. This is what it is. Like, I mean, I was shooting a gun with my grandpa when I was like 9 years old or something like that, or 8. As soon as I could take the kickback of a rifle, I was shooting shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. He from the South, bro. Weapons ain't bad to us, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? We actually take pride in our weapons. So, yeah, I know that can be confusing to him to be pretty much told who you are is wrong. And he's still learning himself. So, I don't know, man. Sorry about that job, man. I hope your mentals get better and you're able to thrive this season, come back balling, because that's who you are. You a baller, dog. Don't ever forget that. You a baller, dog. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you missing is pretty much a trip to the finals. And if you go there, whether you win or lose, man, like you're putting on, man, we see how great you are. I see how you're a great player. You jump out the gym, you can shoot, just distribute it to your people. You're the most important position besides center, point guard. You know what I'm saying? Or your point guard is the most important position. He can put a smaller center in position to make plays. He can put a not as athletic shooting guard in position and get you wide open because they're collapsing on him as he's driving into the paint. So yeah, you play the most important position, my brother, and I just wish you all the luck and mental health, because that is important, dog. Mental health is just as important as your physical health, because your mental affects your physical and your physical affects your mental, back and forth. So yeah, let's get that together. Let's go ahead and stop getting so much on this young man. You know what I'm saying? Let him live. You know what I'm saying? Unless he starts getting arrested and start doing something, he's actually threatening people, or he's actually being a detriment to his environment and stuff like that. If it's one thing to say his friends are messing up around him, okay, let's get him away from his friends. I think he's done that. And let's see what happens. Let's just stop assuming automatically or making jokes about him, because you're gonna confuse the young man. He's just a young man. He's not really an adult yet. Like I said, I think he's like 22, 23, 24. So yeah. Let's see here. It's like Harden is still trying to get traded. You know what I'm saying? He missed practice. Now it says because it says no reason given. So I thought it was because the nurse gave him a reason. But yeah, he wants to get traded. He doesn't want to be there anymore. I think you've been asked to be traded too much. I think they give you what you want, and you're still gonna want to be traded, bro. You gotta figure out how to make it work, man. I'm tired of all this like team switching. I know you see what Kevin Durant is doing, and ever since he kind of made it cool, that's what you're doing. Whatever. I mean, LeBron did. LeBron started making team switching cool, bro. That actually is not cool. Like I understand maybe going to another team because you're gonna wear out your welcome eventually for whatever team it was. Even Allen Iverson did. Even Kobe Bryant. Like, did you know that his teammates like thought he was a ball hog for like a long time? They were kind of tired of some of the habits Kobe did. Not saying that maybe they want to get rid of him. I don't know that much, but I do know they would kind of know it with Kobe. So you will wear out your welcome, or people will sour on you. You know what I'm saying? So. I understand going to maybe another team. Sometimes you need to change the scenery in order to blossom. You know, so something like Dwight Howard did. He was at Orlando, but then he wanted to really take his game to the next level, and then went to a bigger audience in Los Angeles. And then, you know what I'm saying, it didn't work out. They didn't, his teammates, I think it was him and Kobe, they didn't really bond like that. Me and Kobe was calling him soft. He was like, all right, dog, I got to go, bro. You just don't like me, bro. It ain't going to work. And so he went down. So then he decided to go over to Houston and do his thing. So, and he tried to stay there and make it work. But I understand that. You're not just trying to chase a championship like that. Dwight Howard went to the championship with Orlando. So if you're that dude, try to make it work as like Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is the epitome of like what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I'm going to stay here for as long as I can. Even when I'm disagreeing with y'all, let's try to work out a deal. I'll stay here even longer. And you still not giving me no help. Hey, this still ain't happening. We still ain't getting nowhere. Hey, look, dog, look. Now it's time for me to go. Let me go ahead and actually try to get this ring now because it's just not going to happen here. I tried. I'm old now. I'm 32 or something like that. Dog, come on. In basketball years, I'm getting old now. I only got like maybe 5 good years in my prime. Maybe not even that. I'm a smaller dude. I got to be shifty and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to shoot and everything like that. That's cool. But I don't think at least probably I can use these legs like this and I can get my shot off like this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be smart here. Let's see here. So NBA. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. So, yeah, man. I don't have too much more to say. I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a little bit. I actually been talking to y'all for about 40 minutes now, which is crazy. I don't think y'all understand, like, talking this long. I don't really talk this long. I have to work my way up to be able to do this, and I feel great. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when I was doing maybe even 20 minutes, when I started doing 20 minutes, not even on this or just talking on the phone for long periods of time, like sometimes I get like a little lightheaded or something because I don't know how to breathe. I had to teach myself how to breathe, especially in front of y'all to give you guys like the energy that you guys want. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, I can't be as animated and stuff like that because I'm trying to work up my stamina to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, this is how I'm picking with this game. You know what I'm saying? In order to give y'all that energy, I got to build myself up. Everything's a stamina. Your lungs is a stamina. The way you talk, you project your voice. You have to learn to do that. If you're not that kind of a person, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I usually am quiet until football or something come on and I'm all amped up. Let's go. Let's get it. All this other good stuff. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's this week in sports, man. I went through like the week 7 of the NFL. I went through a little bit of basketball news, a little bit of baseball news, talking about the WNBA. I try to include as much as I can. I look up online and I just go ahead and go over stuff with you. Tell me your thoughts, man. What do you guys think about all that, man? Who you got for the MLS? I mean, MLB. Maybe MLS, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to check into them. But who you got for the MLB, man? You got, especially on my side, I think it's the ALC. Excuse me. ALCS, I believe. So who do you have, man? I mean, I got the Astros. I got the Rangers. Who you got? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just give me your thoughts, man. This is for everybody. I hope that I start getting traction on my videos that I'm dropping because, hey, if you need content, you need somebody to just listen to. I can be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be that. Sometimes you might be a truck driver and you need somebody just to go over sports news and things of that nature. It's the middle of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the WNBA at night. We have the MLB tonight. So that'll happen, and then maybe I can report on that tomorrow and give you some more actual like stats and news. But yeah, I gave you a lot of the NFL, gave you the MLB, gave you the women's basketball, Yeah, man, and a little bit of NBA. This is a Coliseum Sports Show. Well, I'll call them as I see them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man, and just showing me love. Whoever's gonna watch this, I appreciate you. And if you make it to the end, just give me like 2 deuces or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just show me that y'all really are paying attention, or just show me the love, man. Once again, as I give at the end or the beginning of everything, man, today's a beautiful day. If you're feeling a little a little down, go take a walk. It was beautiful out today. Wait till tomorrow. It's probably gonna be good tomorrow, man. It's beautiful weather. It's the October. This is October's very own OVO. It's the real OVO. You feel me? But go outside. Go breathe in that good air. Get some of that sun. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to somebody. Go talk on the phone with one of your homeboys. Call your partner up and just shoot the shit with them a little bit. You feel me? Call your mama up and just ask how she doing. Go outside. Go to your favorite store. Even if you're not gonna buy nothing, something that you might be interested in. Like if you like your Xbox, go to the store and look up some new gear, some new controllers, some new cameras, some new headphones, the latest games. Go read the back of them. Go read a game book. You know what I'm saying? What they call it? Game guides. Go read that, man. Go open your mind. Go do so. You don't have to buy stuff. You can go around and window shop and just interact with people, because we are people. You know what I'm saying? We're not meant to be by ourselves like that. So if you're ever feeling down, trust me, all these things can stimulate your mind and make you feel that much better at the end of the day. So yeah, man, take care of your mentals, take care of your physicals, take care of your people. You dig what I'm talking about? This is the Coliseum Sports Show. I am your boy, Don Jizzle, and I call them as I see them. And I'm going to see y'all next time, baby. Salute.